SMT games are notoriously pretty difficult, so I figured I might be able to share some of my strategies on some of these fights. Now, I didn't actually record the first boss fight, I probably should have, but this is going to be the strategy for the second major boss fight. The first thing you're going to want is definitely have the Warrior's Conception and Unforgotten Memories along with Art Essences too. This is going to be very important for crafting the strongest demon possible to help with this strategy. First thing you definitely want is to get wind immunity on your main guy. That's something that's going to be pretty important to have. And then besides that, you want to fuse a mermaid and an archangel, or really anything that can get you an Ame no Uzumi. And you want to have Agaleo from the archangel pass to that, or at least something useful in that sense. I'm also passing Tarukaja just to get the attack boost here. And with all of the amazing experience I got for Mermaid and Archangel before this, and all the stats to get past, I can actually get 32 magic with a level 25 demon when I'm only level 22. Now, you do have to be level 22 to craft this demon, so make sure you hit level 22 before going into this boss fight if you want to try to take advantage of my strategy here. I am playing on hard mode, I'm going to mention that in the title, but that is something to definitely keep in mind as well. I'm just throwing Resist Light on there just because it might be useful later on. You can do whatever you want and keep Medea if you think it's going to be more useful. Or Hama. Next thing you want to do is, on the Ame no Uzumi, go to this, this Drake is the earliest thing I found that can learn Concentrate. Concentrate can, of course, boost the power of your next magic attack a pretty significant amount, so that's a skill we're definitely going to want to have. We definitely want Agaleo, the next boss's only weakness is fire, so we definitely need that. And then I'm just going to throw Resist Light on there as the last skill.
How is this?
So another really good thing about Ame no Uzumi is that she is completely resistant or immune to electric attacks, and I've got my Navihimo, I don't know how to pronounce that, whatever it is. He is immune to force. The boss mainly uses normal attacks, electric attacks, and force attacks. So if we have an immunity to both of her magic attacks, we will be able to limit her turns pretty significantly, even if she strikes a weakness of someone else. I'd also recommend you come into this fight after buying a couple of the Force immunity items, because that'll come in clutch when she decides she's going to use her special move. And my first turns here are going to be focused more on buffing and debuffing. So I'm going to lower the attack and defense of her with my current demons. I'm using a Jack-o'-lantern and Lena and Sidhi. I actually thought that I did not know that she was immune to dark attacks before I went into this fight. That's why I chose her. Actually, maybe I did, because of normal attack there. I can't remember. The one thing about this game is that usually you're going to have to just know you're going to wipe the very first time you fight a boss while you're gathering information, essentially, and then figure out how to beat it from there. That's one of the things I actually do like about this game. There's a lot of, like, theory crafting and building things to try to find the best possible strategy here. So Jack-o'-lantern's a really good choice here because he's got a really powerful Agaleo as well, good magic stat. And Linen's going to be on healing duty for the most part. I'll be swapping her out a little bit later here. And using careful consideration of my turn order, I'm able to get Concentrate off on Ame no Uzumi because I'm planning on using my Magatsuhi, I don't know. I think it's Magatsu, I don't know. Whatever that word is. I'm planning on using that next turn to get the crit buff on everyone. And we can just kind of take advantage of our lower defense and the really powerful Ame no Uzumi right now. So beat down, if you got high health, actually does more than Aramasa. Because it's a heavy attack if you have high health. 381 damage with that Concentrate Fire attack, so really, really good. So another thing about this fight to note, you only have to get her to half health. I actually didn't know that when I did this fight, so I was prepared for the long haul here. Looks like I'm thinking it over. Yeah, I just do as a normal attack just to get the crit there and make sure I've got all my turns. Beat down again, another 154 damage. So you can see we can kind of do a pretty good chunk of her health bar in this turn. 216 with that Agaleo. I lower her attack once again here instead of attacking with Jack-o'-lantern just because I think that's important to keep on her. And then just use another attack since I don't really have to worry about healing right now. She actually Zanma's a good target here, which is a little scary, but then she only normal attacks the main guy, and then she decides she's going to charge here. Okay, this is when you want to use that item. I'm not going to use it just yet since I'm going to get another turn on the way back around. So that's something you're definitely going to want to keep in mind. I can't remember exactly what that's called either. I really need to learn the terms for this game, what everything is called. Right now I'm just going to focus on using some debuffs here really quickly. I'm going to buff Ameno Uzumi's attack. And I'm going to Agaleo with Jack-O-Lantern to make sure I get the extra turn I need to make sure I can survive this next turn, no matter what. Or at least my demons can survive. Now the main guy would be fine since he's immune to wind. But everyone else would probably get one shot by this move, so you definitely want to use the Force Dampener. That's what it's called. Nullifies a force attack for one turn. Whenever she charges up like that, she's going to immediately use her really, really powerful force attack the next turn. But fortunately, this game is something you can just kind of block that completely, which is a cool thing. So right now what we're trying to do is just keep our health up and keep the debuff supplied while we're waiting on our Magatsuhi gauge to come back up. And just keep laying off on a bit of chip damage when we can. That's kind of the main strategy I've been doing here. I've got Agi on the main guy as well, just for an extra bit of firepower here. I'm building him physical myself, so you're going to see me using mostly physical attacks, but... Yeah, I had the fire spell just to make sure I could get the press turns when I needed it for this fight. See, I was really prepared for this fight. I did not think it was only going to end at half health, so... I was definitely over-prepared, and I was like, wait, that's it? But... that actually makes it a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a really hard fight when I got to it. On par with the first boss, the Hydra enemy. Like I said, I'm sorry I didn't make a video for that. I did not think I was going to be doing this, but I thought it might be interesting to start doing this now, just kind of showcasing my strategies and recording the cool boss fights in this game. And if this video does well, I'll probably continue that. So you've noticed that Linan's not been very useful here, and I'm kind of recognizing that myself. So I swap out to this level 14 dude, Nico Shogun. But the good thing about him is that he has good vitality regardless of the level, decent health pool, and he's got a lot of healing and buff abilities. That's basically all he does, so that's what I'm bringing him in for. You can probably use this with a better demon that's not level 14, but you know what? This is just the option I went with, so I thought it was fine. I'm gonna go ahead and use an item here. I'm restoring preemptively her MP. Because I thought, like I said, I thought the fight was going to last longer than only halfway. So I ended up wasting that chakra drop, unfortunately, but not a huge deal. Use Agaleo with Jack-O-Lantern, get that extra press turn there, make sure I'm all prepared for the next turn. Use Rakunda to lower defense one more time. Nico Shogun, fortunately, has that attack. Alright, use Agaleo. Or Agi to make sure I can get another turn with Ameno Uzumi to keep her attack bonus up. And she's really stupid and likes targeting the main guy with Zanmo. That's why I did Force Immunity. And that just really makes it so the fight's not nearly that bad, since she really enjoys doing that for some reason. So use Agi there. That's going to get me the rest of the Magatsushi gauge. And since I've got Concentrate and the biggest buff possible right now, I think I end up going for... No, I don't actually. Okay. Looks like I'm going to save that for next turn. So I just use a powerful Agaleo on this turn, and I'll probably use Concentrate. Yeah, okay, I'm using Concentrate with Jack-O-Lantern. So he'll be ready to go next turn. I'm going to probably use Fang Breaker here to lower her attack one more time. So that works. Then here I'm probably going to use Charge and then Concentrate. Yeah, that's what I did. And then I was just completely ready for next turn. And the next turn is going to end the fight. As long as we can survive this turn, of course. But with the attack debuff, even if she actually targeted smart targets, I'd probably be fine. So Concentrate. Then a +7, again on the main dude, completely immune, so her turn ends instantly without an extra turn. Very, very smart enemy, as you can see. Alright, and then I go for the beatdown, I believe. After using the crit thing. I believe that's what I did, yes. Okay. Beatdown's a bit stronger than Aramasa, like I said, especially if you got the guaranteed crits. So 322 right there, pretty big chunk. And the Agaleo, I think this actually ends it, so I never end up using Jacko's concentrated ability there. Yep, that ends the fight, so... Not too bad of a strategy. Ame no Uzumi is definitely a method you can use, but since I know now that you only have to get to half HP, you may not need to go quite as overboard as I did with resources and stuff. Anyway, that's going to cover it for this one, so thanks for watching. I hope this helped someone out there, and yeah, have a great day. Look forward to the next one if this does well.